What's your bumbo? Bumbo. I am shoot out by police. He take my gun and shoot out. Yeah, the mash him up. Every time I hold him, I try to bust up in head, Kano. Bust up in head.
Wax boy like this. Wax boy like this.
Boy, you see Ibrahim pussy you walk by. Kill him!
Accident happened downtown, the police and rich carrier down, bike man lick down a woman in the street. She not even a move. Fear thing, a bike man pick her up, the police have been up on the scene already, right along there, so she come. Not sure how the night turn up, because they know nothing to do or what. Watch him on judge of Father God. Just happened downtown city, a bike man lick her over. Nobody can tell if she's a survivor or we ever news later, but it just happened, just now, just.
Hey! Together is one. Yes, sir. We are one. Spread out. Too close.
Every day, people, every day in come and work, he drink tang.
Yeah, man.
And me tell him say no good for him because he have all prostate there, so and he not drink it tang and him a work. Make him not go buy fruit punch drinks and drink.
Yeah, man.
Go drink, brother. Go buy something and drink, brother.
No, man, you could go stop and buy pussy.
The man say me a buy pussy. See the big old man a drink tang early this morning. Sit down there, sir.
Buy pussy, a lifeguard.
Yeah.
Stop buy pussy.
He say me a lifeguard. Big old man a drink tang. He a working and can't buy one something and drink. Can't buy fruit punch drinks and drink. Big old listen, watch it. Big old security work list man. See him there? See big old tang there. See big old tang there in a drinks. Watch it. Big old tang in a drinks.
And my tongue.
Go buy something and drink, brother.
God bless me and my tongue. We live together until death do us part.
See all of them things here? All of them things here? You see them? You see them? All of them things here we're searching of, all of them, we can buy them in a bulk too. We can do it. We can buy it in a bulk and stock up with store. Just stock up the space and sell it. You know, some always say, we need money for start. Of course you need some money for start. You can't just, you know, but the thing what them do, and that is the biggest secret. Let me tell you the biggest secret, how them do it. Become know how them do it. The biggest secret is not say one Mr. Chin just do it by himself. A 10 Mr. Chin, 5 Mr. Chin, 2 Mr. Chin. More than one Mr. Chin come together. And them sit down with them chin self and them talk and say, you know what? Let me show you one thing. I want this here soap here. We want to sell soap in our shop. And then the other one say, you know, I'm going to put on some money. Instead of we buy 100 of them soap here, instead of 100 of them soap here, them say, you know, we buy 1,000. So when we buy 1,000, it's cheaper than just import 100. So then put the money together. And that we for do. That we for do. We, Jamaican. Not just me alone, I try to sell my thing, I try to do my liquor also. You hear me? We come together. Somebody with us with the same mindset come together and say, listen, make we do it together, 5 away. Yeah? We put money together, we import more products. The more you buy, the less you pay.
And when the man at 34-year-old, you know, came born in a March, you know, 1988, you know. When a man at 34-year-old, you know, 2022, September, you know, the man at take over the runnings of Burkina Faso, you know, people. 34-year-old man that, you know, about 3 years ago, you know. And he know the amount of things where this man go through just for the sake of the love of people, them, and in country, amount of bullet him have to dodge, amount of bomb him have to sidestep, amount of threat, amount of attempt where people make up for him life just to him do good for him people, or just to him want good for him people. To prove say man really do it for people and is not for himself, this man could have been a billionaire with the wealth we have done a Burkina Faso. People that man never see that man wear no more clothes, pay army clothes in here. So him not buy clothes. Him don't take a new vehicle. The man still a take the general pay where I get in an army from them the time there. And I live and I support the amount of things where this man do for people them at Burkina Faso in 3 years when did they for. My mom say a young but I'm just 37 now, I pick me at 39 this year, you know. So a young people, you know, as somebody where if we use them to see as inspiration and most of them can do it too. Him do it at 34 with a little bit of resources and big people to spread the message and make everybody see this man and this man as so we want our leaders to be like. All this man has transformed the agricultural landscape down at Burkina Faso in a 3 year, unbelievable. The health sector, the education, the processing and manufacturing factories, the security, the amount of transition and transformation that someone doing in a 3 year. Know people, and leaders like that with the demand. I will make you know say them to be like that. And the youth that grow up enough to search amongst themselves and have their mind and type of inspiration there and form group and alliances. I want to find someone who can lead and have them start their support. Nobody fight against. Because until the day come in Jamaica have somebody like that, man. I tell you, I know some pay thief for come in. Some mongrel thiefer than some. But if nobody not really have the heart of the people at mind as them really should.
I mean, one Ibrahim Traoré. Them have to come down if Ibrahim Traoré can come to Jamaica, put up a big screen in a Mobile or Kingston and make us watch him. And if he come here, Trump can't do him nothing because Jamaica have some of the toughest police them a yard here. You don't know that too. And soldier. Judge, we and the police and the suit of them blood clot unite and decide so we stand up for Ibrahim Traoré. None of them can touch him. One Ibrahim Traoré. One Ibrahim Traoré. If he can't come to Jamaica, put up big screen, make you watch him in a blood clot Jamaica. Remember that Batman and Joe. Let me tell you that. Pussy. If you feel like a chat things me depend. Me want a revolutionist, them ready to go to Africa. And me alone out here protest. Me give a fuck about you no. Or a team on no have. Because when you see no force rise up a judgment for you, me I tell you, but do the right thing. Put up a big scream at Kingston, or in a Mobile.
Yo, Anjo, you're afraid to call election, not you? You're big third term and afraid to call it. People them say them might give a third term, call election. You know how beg it? The people are ready for vote, you know. Why you not call it? Then go and get a raw surprise, you see. Yo, heart attack you will catch. Anywhere you're there, when you call it, heart attack you will catch. Let me tell you. Yo, you can't run the country favor, you know. And no matter what PR stunt you try to big head, you can't run the country favor, you know. You have to free up the people, them. And God time now. God time and God time, Andrew. No matter what you do, God time and God time. Right? Alright. See them they think that you just soon finish them work. So no soon know how much voters there ready for vote. We can't depend on the voters list. We no soon know. We know about ideas already, so we call a long time. You understand? I bet you run go call a COVID and you can't call it now. Hey, you're gonna get a piece of beat, you see? You check say a landslide. And a landslide A season turn over upon you. You can't count the grain them. Your labor friend and can't count the grain them. Because enough of them will you believe we they're not with you. Hey, Andrew. You see our people in your party are close to you, I go vote PMP. You see some of my business people may support you, I go vote PMP. You check say them are idiot. You just say businessman them are idiot. The businessman knows so you can't get an next term. You know say a PMP a come. You check say them a fool. Hey, you have a piece of heart attack there, see. You go wonder if your friend them will say sit down and say you're a friend. You wonder if they can help you. Next time I see you run, you see one board post in Jamaica. You see them board now want it. You put in name, but you see them board now want it. You see them board now want the ambassador for you. Nothing you see them board now want. Yeah, you jai bad in the dog. You so jai. Hey, push bro. My grandmother say push bro coat that in a fear eye. Yo, if you do the man so grimy dog, you call the man and I give the man ambassador. Yeah, if you know say a man a half a pole and link up, you know. You half a pole say PMP the can run for Jamaica. You see what the man in the pan? The man in the pan a prosperity road. Because the man says if you want a prosperity. The man see what you have. Yo, your belly a burn you.
Dirty government. You finally make poor people can't afford to build one house now, eh? You finally do it, not true? Sand and stone and steel 100,000 each, you know? Yes, and we not talk about cement and gravel yet. 100,000 each to blood clot. You know? Every day I say me get to no more than more to blood clot. See me go link dirty woman and what they are telling say more on farmer card. No man go look for me and tell me say a 2 time alone in see me vote and that no count me have vote again. Fuck you vote. Fuck you and your vote and fuck your farmer card pussy. Me can't farm on my yard. There's so much land there, me can't farm here. Now you can't count about say you no want fucking tax money. I run on a blood clot off of this. Dirty government, I don't like you know. You know fuck up the country more that you know raise heavy blood clotting and you they still not work. I want you then start rob and kill out to no blood clot, you see. I want you then start rob and when time pressure start reach them one they start rob out and kill out to no blood clot. Dirty government to no come to me now.
Kill people and murder people and nobody can't talk to no. Because we alone have the powers. Yes. So the Almighty straighten Africa now and give a powerful leader now. We can't have what we don't have. Yes, I born no. I born France. Because we can't bother Burkina Faso again like we used to do. Gaddafi them and used to do. Some rest of country down in Africa we mash up the rest of third world country them all till now. People and them all in one another and be a fuckery and go on and be a murder and be a sufferation and be a tribulation on the left.
The police them kill too much youth. One a day, according to the statistics. We have to be concerned about that, you know. We don't say we love the criminal them, you know, but people approve it to you, so now it's not everybody where the policeman them shoot. They shoot after them. And everybody must be concerned about that. Is the cutting edge where they are with you next. Wednesday night, busy night for a whole heap of ones. Busy day too. So much things are going on at the day. Yeah. We see some demonstration go on for the president of well, we got to talk him name, Ibrahim Traoré, and it seems as if a whole heap of people just start to recognize what he's been doing in his country, and we are getting the argument that a coup, them try a coup with him, and them say the coup originate from Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, which is the next African country just over the other side there, which we have been to many, many times. Them try a charge upon him, but it never work. As a matter of fact, it's 2 charge them try, and it seems that it never work. So the whole world, black world that is rallying around this man, because they have recognized that him is a breath of fresh air in this crumbling African continent that has been sold out by a lot of the African leaders. Sell we out. So we see our younger set of people now, we are talking about brethren from Senegal. We see Mali. We see Nigeria. We're going to say something about Nigeria too. Because we said last week, upon the stepping way, we're going to say it again, but we say the female who just turned president in Namibia, who is rising up on another level now. I said, look here, we need to really once and for all make a change in the policies that we use to govern Africa and how the world see we and how we must see the world in this Trumpian age. And we have to call it the Trumpian age because this man said not only rule America, but him rule the world. You never hear when him say that. I hear him say it. It's not an AI say it. Him say it. Him not only ruling America, but him rule the world. So you know. We see some demonstration take place today. We feel good about that. You know, and we hope that the people them sensitize themselves towards the African awareness and the African consciousness that is rising in Africa and other parts of the world. And we know we have a little bread and butter thing going on in Jamaica, but we have to recognize that outside the influence inside us all. Outside influence inside us all. And we can't just separate ourselves and say, boy, right now, them things they now got to deal with we, sir. But anything that happen in Africa, eventually will affect we. I use we are called for South-South dialogue and investment. Well, if I want never hear what we mean when we say South-South. Because we have a North-South thing going on so with America and the Caribbean. And we have to warm to Africa and the Caribbean. Why is it taking so long for them to have a direct flight from Jamaica to Africa? You know how much time it's supposed to happen? It's supposed to happen with Nigeria. It's supposed to happen with Ghana. All the while it's supposed to happen, and we don't see it work. We have to go through this arms house place where right now you don't even sure if you land in America, you're not going to end up in El Salvador. Whether you have green card or not. Because them right now are sending people who legitimately in America with them green card. And them end up on some concentration camp in our next country, in a Guantanamo Bay. It's very important that we're aware we are going on. When you hear we attack certain things, and you hear all Cabo attack certain things, a man look at it and say, that no concern me. But there's too much thing about Africa. Too much thing about Africa. We're going to have to go look towards Africa now. Because the guy them decide say to each his own. To each his own. Nationalism is on the rise. And we talk about African nationalism for so long. Marcus Garvey tell you that. We have to struggle and fight because if Africa not free, no we're not free. Them could have do this and do that. Africa must free. Cradle of civilization. That is where human beings and animals start from. And that is scientifically a fact. That not just religious belief out of Bible. Scientifically a fact that human beings rose up first in Africa thousands of years before Adam and Eve, or now Adam and Steve. We have to realize how important it is that we find ourselves in this time. Yeah. We can't say leg. So and make them have it from 9 to 5, 9 to 5. I will just live 9 to 5. I will have nothing for itself. We can't communicate with each other. We can't sit down and meditate for nothing, think on certain things. Can't go to a beach or a river. You know, you can't take out your girlfriend for a night. You go have a little dinner or whatsoever and make you cook a nice deal for you. Them have it like a zombie. Zombie them have it like. You get up 8 o'clock, you go to work, you come home, you're too tired, you go and go sleep. No communication. No communication. So, we want the rising up of these little speck of liberation we are going in Africa now. Take all away on you so. And make the Trumpian them go on with them tariff and them this and that. Because it's going to affect we too, you know, but we can't make it affect to the point now where we just give up. Because I said go, we're there long before them. And we were there after them gone. Yes. Dub wise, dub yard. That we ask the question too. That we ask. How come so much gonna come in the yard? Well, you know them say the thing a go down. Murder rate gone down. I love the thing to hear. Lovely thing to hear. But we have another problem. The police have killed too much youth. One a day, according to the statistics. We have to be concerned about that, you know. We don't say we love the criminal them, you know, but people approve it to you, so no, it's not everybody with the policeman them shoot. They shoot after them. And everybody must be concerned about that. So we are called upon the authorities to recognize, and I said last week, you know, body camera. Body camera, very important and necessary. Because it's going to help the police and it's going to help the person who gets shot. Yeah, body camera not tell lie. And you have to, if a policeman turn on him camera and him go somewhere and turn it off, he have to go give serious explanation why him camera turn off when him go in the house there. So means totally with the body camera thing. Totally. Because that's happening everywhere. A whole heap of policeman get knocked because of body camera, you know. Yeah, the whole heap of policeman get knocked because the body camera show what them they do. And a whole heap of policeman get off because them say the people them who them go for do certain things that them one shouldn't go for. And the policeman have to done them. And it show what them do. So don't take it lightly. We feel good for know so the murder rate will go down. But then now we now feel good if every day a youth will get shot. And when we hear from the shout, it's an unnecessary murder. It's another murder again. Where the youth them did a kill off the youth them now. The youth them still a kill off the youth them, but the one them who a kill off the youth them now have an uniform. But my say uniform of brutality. And we have to recognize how serious this thing is. Very serious. So we are called upon the youth them, you know. Look here. You know, must see how things are going, you know. Policeman them decide them not carry nobody, you know. Or them are carrying a body. But them not carrying you alive. Because them have said too much things. You have to go wait for court and put you in a jail and look after you and all them something them have said them can't just done you and done and make your family pay. Hey. When I'm bridging them in brother pass away, you know. And them a cuss and say, Muta, me never know so you have to pay GCT for dead man, Rasta. I did pop up. Because I never know either. I never know say you have to pay GCT. When I want that I got a coffee now. You have to pay the man GCT to go back with GCT. I never know this thing either. I mean, to buy a ball to be the rest of a big man to the world, I mean, but me never know that. Me never know that. So you have a PhD. We there with you this the last day in March or April. Last day in April. You know, this month is busy. Busy, very busy. I will say a whole heap of ones, at least I don't know about you. A whole heap of ones I know drop out. Yeah, man, whole heap of ones I know drop out a month here. It's kind of heart-wrenching, man. When you know, say you have certain ones, you used to move good. And you don't see them for a little while, and then when you ask, you say, well, you asked him dead last week, you know, or she did this week, you know. You know them here there? You wonder what is this thing called death, man. Just creep up on people, creep up on you. And I guess it don't have no time and no place. You gotta have all fun and it just creep up on you. You gotta have sleep and it creep up on you. You gotta just sit down and it just creep up on you. You know, brother, him used to run a man in time. I keep healthy and him just drop down and dead. Just like that. And we can't stop it neither, you know. When the time comes, you know, your time, and that is it. You have to just know, say, so part of life is part of death. Maybe people don't like hear that. You have most of my brethren them. Them hear it when I talk that way there, but I not run from it. I say, boy, I'm out of where I deal with Rasta. Can't dead, you know. You can't see some of the people around here dead like that, or you can't dead. What you think? You breathe the same breath, you eat the same food, you go to the same places, and I say you can't dead. I start to say every man born and go dead. And that him say, if you're born of a woman, you're going to go dead. So unless you never born of a woman, because even a man who say, him never born of a man, him dead. And I know them I try to ask him when him a come back and he can't answer nobody. All them address him shall come like a thief in the night. Thief in the night. If him ever come thief in the night, not even a cross can hold him again. Go through people window, boy, you come like a thief in the night. But where we have said that far, we have said that far that we have to get involved in a certain things to make life as it is more meaningful to everybody who live. Because we understand the part there, you know, say, yeah, that so. But your life can be more meaningful and purposeful. And when you use what you have at your disposal to make life a little easier, physically and mentally and spiritually, in the minds of other people. You know, so you do something. The power of one. Remember, you name the army of one. The army of one is very important. You don't have to have no alabaloo. Just one. You know, when I say one cocoa full basket, I chew that. One cocoa full basket. And we know, say, the basket them dead empty. Empty. And we are going like a joke, you know, just a while ago. 9 to 5. Catch a whole heap away. And you can't do without it because so them set it. It's like when you say you must eat breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and dinner in the evening, and snack. Yeah, man, them catch way. We have to go by them rules. You know, you go to church in a suit. You go to a party in a tear-up clothes. You know, I mean, them catch you. And when certain ones come and try to show you, say, no, you can't make them just a control you, so. You hear this and you hear that, you say, what am I deal with? Like I have the radio, I talk too much foolishness. Why you and Williams Green, you know? Otherwise known as Cabo Martiro. We don't want to call her that, but we want to know who we are talking about. Yeah, because that's on the radio for years. And I try to communicate with the people them. And then I go on like so we shall say foolishness or we should get them things there from, but you have to know, say, you have views out there that is not in line with men and people views. Yeah, you have to know that. Men and people views is not necessarily the view, but it's a view. How much people going to take what she say, or even what I say, and put it under a microscope and see it. No, but for them hear it, them say foolishness. Them say it's foolishness. Instead of them examine it. Examine it. And then, when you don't get all your this and your that and you see it through your mind, then you can't say foolishness and go do what you want to do. But make sure say not come round back on you. Because all of we have things where we did think when we did young and when we grow up, we realize say things now going to work that way there, you know. And then even when we're bigger, we see things come again. We can't evolve out of that. And you say, boy, you reach a certain level, you know, where that can't work for me again. You know, see it? So, life is an evolution. Life is a process like you climb a ladder. Because sometimes you have to look back to something where you did reject. You climb a ladder and you reject it when you did it on the second step. And you have to go back down at the second step and grab it and say, yeah, this is how it go, you know. That's how it go. Enough time me go through all of that. We have got through and I say, but wait. You know, said this and this, and me that refuse that, and look how it just come round back now, say, may I say it, and may I accept it. You know much thing me you see here, Rastaman, I say, when me just aside Rastam, you know, what if I think me here, Rastaman, I say, you know, I say, where me get them thing there from? What kind of thing, where me get that from? And you almost like, you want to challenge him, you know, but you're not going to challenge him. Because that's something, why am I saying, you're not going to challenge him, because you don't know no better. You don't have your little thing in your head, and feel say you know it all. And then years after, I mean, I talk about like 10, 5, I take all 15 years after, you realize about wait. Your mind and your brains make a journey, and when you make the journey, you come and say, but wait, you know, somebody said that already. And I choose that talk, you know, because you come to a realization. And then you have the opposite too, where you dash for certain things. You hear some man say some things and years after, you hold on upon it and years after you realize you're foolishness. And you have to throw it away. But it's life that. It's life. And life is them kind of level there where, you know, when you operate now, you can choose and make a choice and go around the corner and come back around the corner and examine this and examine that and make life more meaningful. And you just get more stupid sometime. And we see right now, whole heap of ones that get stupid. Whole heap of ones that get stupid because them hear certain sound and them can't come to realization and say, what we were taught is really something that was driving your consciousness or somebody else's consciousness in your mind. It didn't have nothing to do with your reality. It didn't have nothing to do with your thinking. It have something to do with what them put in your head. them put that in your head. And you can't see them put in your head, you know, because it's not something where them come and cut your brains and inject something in there. No. Greater thing that psychological warfare. Them keep repeating the same thing, the same way. And you start to accept it as your reality. Your reality is not my reality. But sometimes the two of them meet up and you have to choose how it works. Look how much people are dead and say Jesus will come. From me, I pick me, I hear Jesus will come, you know. And me, I bet you anything in but me not go win, you know, because I'm going to do every day I forget the winnings. Me I bet you say, no man where I live today, no man where I live today, go and live to see the man with them say I will come back to come save the world. I will come back. No man. Now I go see that. Because that's how them put in our head. And it sound fictitious when somebody come and say him knowing that. Because the fiction become the reality to we. Them put fiction things in our head and it become our reality. And most of them don't believe it. Most of them don't believe it. Look at all the church. The achalant of the church, especially the Roman Catholic Church, where them put out there for you believe, them don't believe it. And it should show you that. It should show you that from them time until now. So what they say to the people, when them gather together in a them cathedral without the audience, is a total different thing. Because it's a society. Sometimes them say that secret society. It's not secret still, you know. It's not secret because the revelation out about it. But as if you want to dig deep into it and find out, say, where them I tell you is not what them believe and accept. Because you can look on it and say, when them are, some things, hey, watch your man. Watch your man. The most devastating thing to black people right now is the religion where them hold on in the Western world after. And if you check all of the country them, with less poverty there, more developed, can be able to take care of them citizens and them something there, them don't give credence to it. So how that possible? The poorest country them in the world, if you go in the country them, every time them I tell you something, them I say just trust in the Lord, trust in the Lord, trust in the Lord. And for them little thing now get nowhere. More than around the corner. A man just come take liberty away all over the place. Pure liberty taking. You know, man call the African country, them and other countries, a soul. Yes. That's how I'm say. That's how I'm see. And we see no so I try to be like them when we did there before them. Black people did there before them. People did there America before them. And now them come and say for them place and you are alien and you have to come out of that country. When for them four parents it come from somewhere else. And now you have places where you can go where you is the majority. And when you look on it, you don't want to go to those places because it's pure poverty, it's pure crime, it's pure sufferation, you see. Because them open that to me to make you believe that. It's very hard for a man to have a 9 to 5 work. and start to function in a African manifest. Very hard. Him now go take 2 hours out time there and I think pan Africa and I think pan what him can do for Africa. Him now go do that. Because them put some things in front of him. Or him work I go. Him have to go to church Sunday. Him picnic them have to go to school. Him wife a bother him around there so. And him see a woman where him like and he can't go talk to the woman because him wife don't know. All of them things there bother him. So him don't have no time to figure out African nationalism and when Marcus Garvey tell me from long time, Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. And we can't accept that because we have our eyes on the USA. We have our eyes on Europe. And guess what? We now move towards the evolution process that we can even go beyond European lifestyle and livelihood, you know. We can't do that. Or we're not doing that. Because until we reach a certain place, we're stuck. Because where we are going, we never create it for ourselves to move forward. We create it and for them basis and for them line. So for them ways now is the deciding factor in how far we go and how far we can relate to each other. So when we say love, we understand where we feel love is, you know, but what we don't know. Most of the songs them when you hear us sing about love. What if them talk about sex? Sex and love. When a woman stand up on the corner of the road and take $100, $200 from you and go in a one little motel from back road there and do a thing and you come out and you feel nice and thing, you think that a love? But anytime they must sing, and one thing they must sing about sex, but them say, no, I love you, no. Me love you, I want to sleep with you, me love you, I want to go to bed with you. Me love you, I want to get a baby and all them stuff there. Love is sexual to how we have it. And we get caught in that. We get caught in it. We will talk about love. We do say love can mean say you're brethren. As a brethren to a brethren. Because we're afraid to tell all our brethren say you love him. Because then now, for sure it's a sex with a work with. If you tell a brethren say you love him, a man will say, hey, wait, me never know the brother has some little this and that boy, you know, you might tell the man about him love him. So him change everything. We have man in it who Galville. Then when a man say, him no nothing with no man, a old man. The man not still in a hoe. Old man, a still man. So what is it that him talking about? It's crazy. You have your brethren and you can't tell your brethren say you love him because the next man will hear you and I say, hey, what is this brother here, Rasta? I mean, I don't love a man, you know. Man can love man. Yes. Yes. You can love man. Because love is not sex. And that is what them put to head. We grab so much things from them, Rasta. So much things we take from them. We can't move. Them grab we. A man easy to tell a girl, say, boy, you ask me, love you know that. What you do for me? What you can do for me? I say, love you, them meet me at this one, meet me at this, you know. Yeah, love. That is how him say love. Man, I say, boy, I have a girl on the side, and I say, I love her, and I say, eh? And him start to count how much time you could have sex with her. That have nothing, you could have never have sex with her yet. But you still love her. And you have to differentiate the love them now. When I say love, I mean like, love like a sister and sister, brother and brother. You can't say love and it done, because love comes with sex according to all the manifestation in the Western world. How we believe and think. So we can't go beyond that. So a man can't have a love affair that is not sexual. Because if a man, you tune will have a tune where he might talk about every time a man see me, them go and say, everybody claims me there with her. You can't there with a woman and do have no sex with her. In the context. No, because when you go look on a woman and you say you love her, right away, everything in her you stand up. And you finger them. We have to distinguish ourselves as human beings, as African people. Given where it take place right now, and we see that creep up and way, we have to figure it out fast. I was going to stay in a slavery and a ball out of 500 years, but we need to get free. We need to free. We have to free yourself. We're taking a break. Any break there, so?
FM really rocking,
All right. Yes. Yeah, man, I just said go. I said go. I don't know where you take it from, when I say. When I say make sense. But I must say something in the way I say that you can take away from it and figure it out for yourself. This is the time now. And we know we say no is like no all yesterday and now. Where African people must wake up. We have too much heroes. If you do the same thing, the same way, I expect to get the same result. We're going to get the same result. We have too much heroes, Rasta. Every man I look for a hero. If I hear songs that we don't need another hero. I think I wish your name to sing it. We don't need another hero. Tina Turner sing it. Why we need heroes, pantapa heroes? Why is not we the hero? I am my ancestor. So all the people them who died for the cause and the liberation, if we understand what them say, them still alive. Because if it wasn't I, them wouldn't live. And if it wasn't them, I wouldn't be alive. So I am my ancestor. And my ancestor is I. So when you see, you're supposed to say, all of them who you are hail up as hero, you must look on eye and see them. And you must remember them. And when you remember them, you must remember, say, but wait. I don't know a virgin where come like a him, coming like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and all the other ones them come. Yes. We don't need no more hero. The hero days, we pass that now, we have to go beyond hero now. We have to make with consciousness the African mindset carry far. That when we reach out there, in the horizon, and we out there said we. Yeah. So you must know fire there. Because the horizon seems as if that is moving and moving and moving away from you. The horizon is moving. Yet the horizon is not moving. And you are moved. Yet you can't, the closer you get to the horizon is the farther it get. we African people must recognize all who come before we and internalize all of those who come before we, that we can make them live because we live. We can make them live because we live. And because we live, them live forever. That we are telling the people them. That we are telling the people them. So, we want you to wake up. Yeah, the man said thank you. We have to thank you to stay with them who was there for 30 odd years. You know, if a man sit down and listen to what we are talking about every Wednesday for 30 years, you know. But if a man do that, he must have a good reason. Must. So we give thanks to the eye them and the ones them who sit down there for years and listen to it. And listen to some reasoning what we get. And listen to the talk where a whole heap of people say, that brother there is a madman, you know. Foolishness in my talk. I don't know, take him off of the radio. But we're still there. And if you go on like you don't know, and not go on like you know why you're going to stay up for the next 30 years for you to say it, I just listen and shut out the radio. Yeah, man. If you say fair, I say if you don't stay another 30 years. Like you laugh. Yeah, man. Yeah, somebody say, Sue come off on the radio. Hey, Sue come off. Say fair. Still.
Greetings, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yes, sir, yeah. Greetings. I'm live on here.
You call ya. Every time you call you talk, but what's the way you say no, man?
You know more ask the eye. Tell me about the brethren in Africa then. When can pronounce your name for me?
Yeah.
Do you pronounce your name
Ibrahim
for me, please?
Traoré.
Huh?
Ibrahim Traoré.
Yeah, all right. I heard something, but I don't get the specifics. And I heard you earlier on the program said you was going to say something about him. So I'm asking you, what is happening about him? They try to assassinate him or something?
Well, I can't tell you them that set a coup, but the coup failed. Because you know, say,
them set a coup while on the motor. So a coup, is it a coup of elimination, assassination? Yes,
yeah, man, they're not cool. Them a coup him out, man. Them man take over back the country. Don't we take over back the country to kill him?
Yeah, Mota, me just have said this and they will move on because you said earlier, you know, on Ancestral, Scott. Mota, you see, enough listener will listen to your program, Mota. Them don't know enough. Say Mota show is not a call show program. You just need to get the views and information from the poor, hungry, suffering African people worldwide, you know. So my point in saying that is this. Mota, you have enough dunce and enough educated fool listen to Mutabaruka program, you know. Them have whole heap of subjects and them a scholar and them high in society, but them is educated fool. I mean, know you overstand when you say educated fool. You know, say I working now insult them, but that's the truth. And the next thing me have to say before we start talk about that, so what is pronounce your name again, Mota? Mota.
May I hear you now, Bridget?
Pronounce the name for me, because it's true.
So just say Ibrahim, man. Just say Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim.
Anyway, name?
Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. I see.
Traoré name, but say Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Yeah.
All right. See that Ibrahim, Jim. Watching about him. The other.
Your phone are cut out. Your phone are cut out.
Okay. I'm saying I was watching a thing on YouTube about Ibrahim, seeing that South African president. And it was a Jamaican who was writing him, and him and the Jamaican citizen was communicating, and it was just awesome to hear Ibrahim read out the letter of one of the fastest man on the planet, and the fastest man of the planet replied back to him, and the two of them having a conversation. I mean, I say how beautiful it is. Right away, it's Bob Marley, Africa Unite, come up in me. And then I start to acknowledge the many good things that Muta is doing for the African continent and for Africans at home and abroad. Brother, this is...
Hello? I cut him cut off. I cut him cut off, you know. Brethren, I know me cut off, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, man, Muta. First,
Yes,
get
sir.
me by program.
Eh?
Yeah, first I get to by program.
Okay.
Listen to you all a while.
Yeah, give thanks.
Yes,
sir.
brother. Yeah, man. And give thanks to your friend too. As I said tonight, no people don't like you and so true, you know. Can't point you to a talk. Come see it every day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real.
You see it every day?
No, man, we see it every day, and we have to talk about you, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I talk.
So them can't take what me a talk
then I like
about them.
listen to you, you know.
Them can't
But
take
then
what me a talk
but
about.
then can't stop you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, then can't stop your eye, you know. And I tell the truth.
Okay, sir.
I sound different to them, you know.
It's
Yes,
so
sir.
strange that me I say what me I say.
Yeah. But I bet you we'll want to talk to you still, you know.
You make him talk then now when there.
No, you're not there, so right now.
Okay.
So I give you the number that we can call us. No, that we get the number, no, so everything all right, you know.
Okay.
That's all right then. Cool.
Yeah, man, give thanks, yeah?
All right.
Yes. We're there with you, you know. As we are say, what we are say, we will continue to say it. We will continue to say it. Who don't like it, bite it. You ever hear that when you pick it? Who don't like it, bite it. We can see where I go there, so. All right, we could come back. We could start from the top.
Leave it or not, for Africa to change, the way religion is delivered must change. Churches should stop preaching about miracles and breakthroughs. Popular preaching such as sowing a seed or, give and it shall be given unto you, have been misinterpreted for personal gain. No wonder pastors of today are so rich and yet the whole congregation and people around them remain poor. We are stuck with a generation of Africans who act as if God is the rewarder of laziness and poverty. The message churches send is that it is possible to reap where you did not sow, meaning you can get something out of nothing. Why should a child choose to learn the hard way if there is an easier way? The live for today attitude does not create wealth and people die without leaving any legacy. You then sit and wonder why Africa is the way it is today? The gospel of prosperity should be shamed and work around the fact that laziness can never reap real success. Christianity has played a very big role to the fall of Africa today, but that is not what it is intended for. Spreading messages of instant success have led to a generation of people who are thirsty for instant results, immediate relief, and effortless profit. The messages should not just focus of tithing and sowing seed, blessings, miracles, breakthroughs, and wonders. Churches should stop glorifying riches acquired through miraculous sources, stop preaching fear and stop focusing on what the devil or witches did, does, or will do. Instead they should preach positive news and focus on messages that add value to the communities such as hard work, creativity, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and responsibility. Pastors can promote good community initiatives such as cleaning the surroundings, and encourage creativity and innovation. Instead of waiting for our governments to do what they do not do, we can start helping ourselves, through humanism. The brother who becomes a millionaire by simply sowing a seed, does not help build a better community, and the message of such success should not be spread and showcased. Instead the applause should go to someone who has succeeded by hard work and perseverance. Start preaching the gospel of working hard, produce goods and services, planning, critical thinking analysis, strategy, visibility plans, system building, market and customer analysis, and the process involved in production of goods and services. This is how noble people and wealth is created. Rushing a sick person to church for prayers does not prevent that person from dying, but correct medication and treatment will. Haven't you wondered why people in Africa still died of Ebola despite prayers? Preach the real word of God instead. You do not need the pastor's blessings to create wealth in life. Wealth and clean cities don't come by miracle or magic. Religious superstitions, such as the shout of, "I receive it," and the loudest shout of, "Amen," is not enough to fulfill your wishes. True religion and true Christianity must, and can only, produce productive youth. For Africa to be globally competitive, education alone is not enough. We need to nurture creativity, innovation, and good governance. What is an engineering degree doing if you cannot even produce a water pump? Ask yourself a question: what have other people created with a similar qualification other than just looking for a job? Please, be slow to anger, slow to judge, quick to listen and try to understand. If not for you, do it for your children.
No more auction, black for me.
I tell you, them lady sing without music. And when I say music, I mean instruments. Because them use them voice as instruments. Them name Sweet Honey in the Rock. Yeah.
In a while ago. Greetings, Muta.
Blessed man.
Blessed. Is that was vocals or it was instrument you was playing a while ago? It was vocals in opera singing, right?
You never hear me that say a while ago.
Repeat it,
that
please.
Group that just sing.
Yeah, that group, okay. Vocals.
Them don't sing with instruments. Them sing with them voice.
Oh, them sing with. Repeat.
Them don't use instruments. Them use them voice and them body.
Voice as an instrument, yeah. Same like
and them body,
Fresh. Yeah, we can. All right. Mota, the program is so sweet because this program, as I told your listeners worldwide, is an educational program. And in education, you don't have no one point. You have to reason about everything because everything is education. No Mota, we all acknowledge that you have duns and bright educated people that listen to Mota. The duns try to get bright educated when them listen to Mota because enough youth who can't read and write Mota and them come from jail or prison and them say, brother, a Mutabaruka program me listen to and can help myself now to spell my name and them things there. So that's a good improvement, no brother. And now straight from the point of your program, you was playing something, I don't know if it was King James or something about the church and Jesus. Can the tape that you was playing earlier, Mota, can you identify it? Was it King James or somebody talking about King James or the church or what? I'm asking you a question, Mota.
Yeah, when King James is born, he never have tape, Virgin.
No, no, that's why I say if it was somebody talking on the behalf of King James.
No, they might talk about him. Yeah.
That's what I'm correcting. Okay, someone was talking about King James on the tape that you was playing. Yeah, all right. We could get to a point. Shane Clark, you're right there.
I'm dead, man. Just say
all right. Men I like to hold on in the car and mean Anna, where overs that. All right. I saw you use a word. I'm going to use a word. You know. You have to stick up in. So you don't want to say hold on.
All right, hold on. You have to take a break and come forward.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Yes, Aya. Shane Clark. I'm asking you, Shane Clark, I'm going to give you...
Shane Clark or nothing, man.
No, to me know say him is the assistant, you know. All right, Mota. You can't do so much thing one time. Anyway, may I give you seven word what I want you to write down and I'm never just talk about it real quick. Selassie the first, that is the first word. The second word is accordingly. And the third word is flabbergasted. And the fourth word is Christianity. The fifth word is Ibrahim. Can you please pronounce his last name, Muta, the South African president?
Traoré name.
Yeah, Ibrahim Traoré.
Traoré, yeah.
Yeah. And it is the fifth, right? And the sixth one is industrious, and the seventh one is spirituality. All right. Come now, Muta. Selassie I the first. Seeing, all right. It is a specific reason why. It is a specific reason why it's in the Bible and in the English curriculum that speak the truth and cause it what is will and go out further, seek the kingdom of God and all things shall be added. Anyway, the point in all of that is this. The truth is something that people must accept, whether them is Baaled, Rasta, Christianity, Muslim, or anything. Seeing, and the truth is something that people know or can seek to find the intelligence in it to know that it is the truth. But they avoid doing that or they ignore that for years. And it
Yo.
Yeah.
You say Selassie I. What you talking about, Selassie I?
Yeah, it's about the truth.
You're now going to say
what I'm talking about, Selassie I, is the truth that people must accept, whether them like it or not.
They must accept
church,
what? What they must accept?
Must accept Selassie I.
Why they must accept Selassie?
Why they must accept it?
You have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I'm going to tell you why they must accept Selassie I. Is because of the ways and principles and intelligence that he stands for, and he broadcasts it worldwide. That
so what to the people that will never hear about Haile Selassie yet? What to the people that will never hear about Haile Selassie yet?
That's why they must know about it.
How them going to know about him? How them going to know?
Because of these world leaders must...
No, I'm not talking about world leader now. All the people them in a remote, all the people them in a remote, in the Amazon, deep in a China mountain in a Tibet, or down in the Bushman them. Where them are going to know about it from?
All right, listen now. Here how them are going to know. Muta, you was a countryman before you come at town, come see.
No, me did a country and come at town, me go leave a town and go a country.
You never leave a country first?
No.
All right,
but town me ban.
All right, not that too much. I just say this and
town me
everything. And you know about say what you're going to say. I just say this and cover up everything. Muta, you see, me hear you specifical talks and I hear me hear say, and if me hear say Muta talk the truth out and birth in a words, Muta said he was living at a point in Montego Bay. I don't remember if it's Montego Bay, but about 99% in the country, and with your baby mother and your children, your 2 daughters, then Aishiwawa and Aishama. Yeah, me know them personally when I used to visit the African news. So anyway, I'll get back to the point to Selassie.
Hold on. You have to leave now. You can't. A 7 thing you talk about, I have to know you not talk about Haile Selassie.
All right, so no, you want the intelligence why
no,
people
me want to find out where you talk about 7 words. I'm just write
all right,
it down.
So I go down. So
no, we not go down no further. You know. You have to call back. Because you're going to make people start cuss me.
Just Muta, just know.
You have to call
the truth,
back.
whether people like it or not. You hear Muta?
All right, leave town.
Yeah, by the blood of Jesus Christ. Yes, I am.
Sir. You know, say, from the idea me hear my with blood of Jesus Christ, him never used to say it, you know. But him start now say Haile Selassie and the blood of Jesus. I don't know how that come up in Haile Selassie thing. Anyway, Sabatooth. Sabatooth, you see that, sir? Sabatooth, actually, he must get sick and all them really, why him come back now and feel say, he have to add the blood of Jesus upon the whole thing. Because I'm going to say that get him better too. Anyway, he not really get better too, you know, because I'm still a go on with it. The long-winded talking and argument to make people get vexed with me. See, that man get vexed with me. See how I get mixed with me already. Anyway, yes, yeah. Yeah. How are this now? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Water.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Good night.
Good night. What kind of thing that you have behind you, the attack?
Hold on. Yeah, man. I do it. Lock it off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I thief a car. We call it tonight, cause.
You a thief a car?
Call it when the woman there, cause. She don't want Europe and she don't want Europe.
Me know.
So you're mad, man.
Yeah, man. Me know that too.
Anyway, Muta, two things. The protest Monday over Africa there.
Yeah, with the Jamaica.
I was shocked to see the support where JFG get.
Shock what you mean? A little bit or enough?
Little bit, man. I look like 200 people.
Or enough people that sell.
Yeah,
man, I know 200 people. I know people that, man. Right.
No, I know so much below that. No, my view, in a civil society, for instance, police killing rise 50-60%. Last year, there were 50, and now 108. It look appalling to me.
108 what?
There's 110 police killing them out.
Yeah, them
since the start of the year.
The youth, them, yeah.
Compared to last year, them time about 55.
Okay.
So clearly, you see, it is a tragedy by the government for kill the leader them for the gang. Like they must target the gang leader them, you know. So whether them, that's why this camera thing. I don't think Jamaica will ever, police will ever use the body camera. In a full culture, and I think that'll happen.
How much you bet me?
You know, man, unless...
No, you mean I say, you say it not going to happen. I mean, why you bet me? So them go have to use it. How much you bet me? Unless
USA start take a someone visa.
All right, you know, bet me. So go on.
I'm not going to bet you.
Go on.
Yeah, it's a concern. And would I like to hear your thoughts on it?
What do you mean? Them have to use public camera or else we're going, keep going on. And people go and eat the police more and more and more.
Yes.
More than how people eat police already.
Yes.
Because that's the only way you're going to find out if the police are telling the truth or the people them are telling the truth. The body camera is one of them. We have to eliminate suspicious nature of people. So that's my view.
Well, I hope to see that in my lifetime. The police are doing body camera.
Yeah, man, you're not going to see it in your lifetime, man.
All right.
You're going to see it before all the election, too.
Eh?
Oh, you mean them people there? Actually, you don't know. Them people there, the thing with them say, grab the people, them want that, them want. Forget the people.
Yes.
Well, no, man, body camera, them have to bring in the body camera thing, man. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man, I see your thing, man. Look how we look. We're glad for the reduction in crime, but we don't like too much man like dead, too much man, too much young.
You don't even know how them dead. You don't even know more than police shoot them. Because them shoot up for the police, yeah.
And next thing, Muta, is a request. You can't give my song for Lucky Dubby. One more prisoner. Okay?
You want a song for Lucky Dubby?
Yeah, man.
Why every time you call him, I have to play a song to you?
No, me, man. The first.
Nobody tell me that, you know.
Eh?
You never call me, I haven't played that tune yet.
No. The first time I called him, I never request a song. Something to talk about. My first request a song.
Listen to what I ask you. You listen to what I ask you? What I ask you?
You asked me if it's the first time Why every time I call?
If you ever call me, I'm to play a tune here, because that me ask you.
No.
At the first you call me, I have
At the first, I call him, man. Actually, request a song. I'm on serious first.
No, man, I say it's so serious. I'm so sorry for accuse you wrongfully.
Yeah, man. I love the music that you play, man. It's very inspiring.
Good thanks for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is on beside you, Mama funeral.
Oh, beside me?
Yeah, man, this is on next Friday.
You serious?
Yeah, man. Call by the day.
Who that's on beside me now? Tell me, do you remember who is on beside me?
You and your wife sit down and him sit down right behind both of you.
Oh, you're a spy for me.
Yeah, man. Yes, Muta.
All right, sir. So, lucky you where you are here.
Yeah, man. Prisoner.
All right, sir.
All right, cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hello?
Nine Muta.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm there, man.
I got a few quick things, Muta, because I know when I start burning the fire still. You understand? Number one, you saw them out of the youth down Burkina Faso, and we behave like England and France and America with favor. You see, so them don't want black people to squalor, and so they make sure bring them little black area for road and so on, we just get to that small percentage and just go and oppress the people there. So I hope these black Jamaicans know, say, the feast of a car you can read that make you intelligent. Alright? Because you can't read that make you intelligent. Because all who are around Jamaica, a man from university, and them don't, we don't want no intelligent person. We want people with vision. Alright, Muta? With the police them now, me know, say 90% of them killing there. No, go so. You may not know, but me are telling me no. Alright? You notice after the man them dead, you realize one want it from who, whatever. All them they just fling charge from them and me know why. But what actually happened is it's just a fear, a psychological fear where Horace Chang said it and the Prime Minister said it. So you start to know, you start to apply some draconian measure and make a boy know, so well, alright? No. Because Muta, if you develop a country a way where the average man can provide basic necessity, you know, that's no crime in a Muta when a man come off and farm ground, him too tired all the morning is bed and asleep. So obviously PMP and JP do not have the solution for the 80% of black African people. Why is it that everybody else, the Chinese, the Syrian, the Jews, can come from anywhere and get trapped with each other? And Maxwell Avenue not change, Rima not change, Walton not change. Incidental Motor, big up to you and big up to your program. Them start fix the road at Walton Sunday. About 4 months.
The same place we are talking about, the same place.
The same place, but it's like I'm going to take the whole day. I must have bought 8 part and dig up. And them there on Sunday, from Sunday.
Yeah.
Pass yesterday, them there on pass. No, since night, since evening, them there or something. So when I try to get the Jamaican black people, say, the only way we are get out of this because the people, them, are money at them God, you know. And money at them God. If Andrew only can build a wall, so much $1 million, and then one of the people in charging Lasco. I'm matter of fact, Lasco about $200. Because me buy a meat there, they motor and make some more spam. I don't want to go out for a place like a virgin there. And when I buy the milk at $400, I say, no, bruh, no. Now I go out again. Motor, yes, I'm going to go up the mega there. Because I love me, I can't be starfish, I'm a color down my starfish. And me I buy starfish from $100 to $200. The last piece I buy about 2 weeks ago was $700. I'm going to go up there today, Wednesday, I'm going to go up there Monday, and $900 feet. So, my thing is no Muta. I want a Jamaican people, apart from you and Carbo and Mandingo and Raspa, make the Jamaican people know, say, all of these politicians of Muta, just check the radio. And your day start talk about farming. Yeah, we have to feed ourselves and him so irritable about it, Motor. I'm there, I listen to him and say, but how I feel yourself when you know Trump out about up until this very minute, you know, start talk how you sit up the land. You see, you so hypocritical them is them are here in a Muta. If you saw the man a be born farm in Muta. That thing say everybody.
The people may say, I don't know what I say. Oh, the Prime Minister started to delve in a farming so hard. And we have said that on the radio and nobody knows say man.
And today you have said Muta.
Yeah.
And today, but when me I listen to him say no, all right, the land them out a whole Harbour Road and the land them come people come register on the 4 p.m.
And the man them out of St. Thomas.
Out of St. Thomas, the piece of motor is just a sham. Just like how when I talk about 100 million, it is issue disbursed for road, bushing and bushing everybody are going. So I want them behave like them are going like them forget, you know. All right, motor. Then they'll right shot no motor. Between yesterday again and today, my carry on, born gun and anybody catch a gun 15,000, 15 years and my carry on. I say, them money a lie, motor, means a dunce.
But not over that, him say today, I hear him on the radio say, the ombudsman, there's no ombudsman, but him don't know who is representing the ombudsman now. Him are the Minister of Defense, you know. But him don't know who.
Justice,
Minister of Justice. But him don't know who will represent the ombudsman now. Even though him not call him ombudsman. The Minister of Justice don't know who that, you know.
No, but that now not cheap. That a waste of taxpayers' money. I am telling you that now not cheap because them do. It's like the police no more. Remember, I said a police. A man they get handcuffed on a watch up and a chop back, you know. Handcuffed, you know. And the police go over and go shoot him and not come out tight, you know. And they are a big man named Care must have Monday to again, you know. With a mother as a senior citizen, you know. As a senior citizen, you know. And a man pepper spray, you know. But Muta, when you want to see from the police, you know, is them got Beverly's and Cherry guys and go tell the youth to come round them up on a process, and that's how you want to see, you know. Guys, you can't do it to get up people and do for years. And Fitz Jackson and talk about that. PNP does it, and JP come there. Them just see you chance to go up in a truck. I want to come in a Beverly's. You go out there and run up the youth and want to come where I carry guns, spear, and then I'm talking about process. So I want to see that happen because the law is supposed to be for everybody. But they are so hypocritical that them come and have a pretty chat. All them are the motor just take a little time to come to your business and go up on TV and listen to Andrew Wallace and the PNP them are just peer chat. I'm going to tell you, these guys have sent them out of power and them in a power. All them do, I want to remember the opposition not talking about the $3 trillion we don't give account for now. We don't come on TV and tell us what happened with that. You know, big up to most of the exposures start about. I know they don't say about the motor. So the two of them protect them one another when election come and play a mind game from the people. And motor I say it again and I go and always say it. If you show them $100,000 in front of both the PNP and JP around me, I will not, because I'm a man of my word. The last vote, independent. They are not doing nothing more to make the Jamaican people, the black 80% Jamaican people life better motor. Look at it. The Syrian and the Jews, them a run away from here and come with nothing, all them rotten rich. And them can't do just about anything. They'll write out no motor. When I talk about the root of the problem, why not make up the same knife for United States say, well, no, do nothing about the gun, but you talk about get to you. We have the gun. Motor, who have raw meat, seek fire, the youth them hungry. And if you want to change this nation motor and get people productive, because it has to happen just like how you tell the youth to them away by the camera, you know. Because if you have nothing to hide, you away by the camera, you know. Because them show footage when them have the tool stand up, you know, and shoot them down, cold-blooded. And the police commissioner talk about it, Andrew do not talk about it, Delroy Chuck do not talk about it, the minister there where can't speak English, Horace talk about it, but yet still Delroy Chuck did I lick out pan it, so hypocritical them is, and they lick out pan the police them, what them do to Royal Read all them did. And a long time them a kick out poor people door and I go come and place and leave time don't say nothing.
Long time.
You understand? But anything to do with poor black people, you want to come
Steve will do somewhere like say, Delroy truck, you know, look like we. I mean, I apologize, you don't look like we are. We are suffer. Are we in the dust? Are we in the sewage water? Are we Rastaman here cut off for ganja? I will still not benefit. I want to talk more farming now because I hear Muta program as the number one program. Because I listen to, you know, and I come with them touting argument. Like them anything. Cut up the land and give it to the black people because we parents fought for it. And I want to know who the government...
Without tax on the land, without tax
Thank you. I want to know who the government buys from. Because if we own the land, how is it that we not buying and getting the land for build house? The son of buy land for 30 million.
Much back.
Thank you. You can't return. Him there a chat. Passionate motor. Bought it. And them now mitigate and say, this is what we want to know one of the Delroy truck. We want to know one of the about the cost of living there, cost of living. And we don't want to chatting because government doing everything free. We're not spending no money. And still I buy SUV and can't tell all the $3 trillion go. Last, the motor, them buy a piece of machine, medical machine for some hospital. I'm be, you know, the machine for 30 million, you know. And argument about them, I mean, say, the machine could I get it cheap, you know. You saw them money and no for stipend half. Then no come out tight.
I want to tell you something. I have a brethren, some brethren where get some machine for children hospital.
Yeah.
And them want to bring it out here. If you ever hear how much them have to pay for bring it. The youth them say them can't bother with it then. Because I go around and get people donate this and get the machine. And then now them have to go put it in them pocket now where them not have. We bring the machine them and the brother them say, boy, we can't do that. And that happened to me already.
Motor with children. In no one King's house and children children hospital we have benefit from him saying no want it. Like I my prime minister. You know, want a female where the man them are bringing money to police the hospital. Him saying do not want it in a motor. And that me I try telling her, Andrew only sit down so, Mark Golden sit down so, Portia sit down so, PJ say them nah none. All of these guys the motor is to control we how them do them use the army and the police force to bring fear in people so them can't stop because them can't offend the police them in the motor. You know why them can't offend the police? Because psychological the police them are gonna protect them. So anything the police do, you'll never hear arrest or the police commissioners are foolish. He said, oh, you put pepper spray a big man when not do no crime and the mother in there and not no come out attack. Tell me no motor how you put
do that. Them pepper spray the little daughter in the taxi.
Thank you.
Cut off our locks.
I cut off our locks and go on to the meal no good. Or the meal good. Go cut to United States and tell them to stop sending the gun out here. Just like how Andrew talk about Asian do it. And when I China Asian for no gun. So we are accused Asian and the man that bring a gun. See with the problem, Andrew Wallace, and stop behaving like a tech Jamaican people for that. The same thing with you, Mark Golden. Long life motor.
Yeah, man, blessed man.
Ill.
Blessed man.
Good night, man. Just a coming forward, you know.
Yeah.
You know more of something. Because I listen to the callers them and trust me, them have valid points and so on, but before me even make my point, I'm going to say this. The Bible said this, which I agree to it full out. Be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm going to take the renewing of your mind part because how people approach things, especially black people, or them just cling to this European belief system, this Jesus business, this white philosophy, they literally whitewash. You understand me? I try to say, Captain. However, I say that to say this now. Balance. I'm approaching the balance because look at this now. Me personally feel faith, as in FAITH, faith, can be a distraction from reality. Be a big man thing. It can be a distraction from reality. That can be the bad aspect of faith. But if you look on the good, if you look on the good aspect of faith, means that you work towards something, you believe you're going to achieve it. And
you just quote the Bible and I'll quote it too. Faith without works is dead.
Repeat?
The Bible say, may I quote
faith
what
without
the
work
Bible
is
say?
dead.
Faith without the works.
Yeah, it's dead. So that would be the good aspect of faith.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying that to say this now. But me hear people or callers on the line, them a lick the police, them all over, which nothing wrong with that. Personally speaking, nothing wrong with that. But if you look on this now, come on, Motor. Come be logical now. Me know some every man where police go for, literally have them gun on them. Already if you take them on and everything there. Cool. Me ain't know that, for sure. Right? But as a police, or as a human being, I'm not going to talk the police aspect of it. As a human being now, you feel, say, you know, say a man well armed and dangerous, and you go for him with the intention to say, oh, yeah, well, you go lock him up, and you know there's a high possibility you go be challenged by a gun. You're not going to take necessary precaution, like, say, for instance, if you have to drop him, you have to drop him. So that's some question or thing.
Yeah, but that is a different thing from a policeman who raid a youth place and the youth run and them shoot him, no find no gun and then put a gun on him.
Raid a youth place? Well, if...
Well, I'm going to a man yard and shoot the man, them have a tattoo and this and this and that. And just like me when I youth, I promise you a jeep I come and run. Yeah, that's what we used to do. Just sit down underneath street light. And we know jeeps stay, the light them closer than the car. We are run. And I say no, in a case like that where we never know nothing about no gun for go get gun and all them something there. So when I youth sit down and like all a Rasta group sit down now, and policeman just come inside and so, hey, that's something we can't tell you, Policeman just come in and kick over the pot. And stir up the pot to say, gun in the pot, gun in the pot. A big Rasta man, them are older than them. So when I say no, when a policeman do all of that now, and you decide say you are going to run, and them shoot you, and when them not find no gun by you, them decide say, the third gun with them have in them pocket, them are going to put it by you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wickedness. But we still can't turn from the point, say, yo, them man are out here, or them man are in our world right now. He come and say, yo, they give the devil the off and take the devil walk there, so to speak. You understand? They're wicked. If man
you have some terrible youth out there, but we can't deny that.
Exactly. So me not understand why a lot of persons.
The understanding is that the law must take its course, and these people say them they have to uphold the law. That's why man a ball out say must put on the camera that people can decide, or the camera going to decide in our court if where the man say him do was true or a lie. That is the way to rectify a whole heap of this killing,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so the argument, they have to argue about it, We just say, one of the ways to stop this if and but is that the policeman, they must have a camera upon them. It's modern science and technology we in and now. That they have a big exhibition.
Yeah, if you look politically true, you're going to operation over your camera. Say, yeah, it's going to prove guilty or not guilty.
Yes, that's why people vex, because so much killing are going on now. Police are killing my people now. And you wonder, all of a sudden, police are killing all my people. So the Prime Minister have a thing to tell you, say, or the guys them say, it's because them now have intelligence. We are lead them to the gang man them. That is what I'm saying, But him can't tell me say them 100 odd man, there's gang man. Can't tell me that.
If that's true, that's good. But
I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's the whole 110 man are young people. I don't believe that. Because I remember them got kill some youth out of Mount View here out of East there, And them come find out, say, the gun them with them say the youth them love. And them put it on the youth, them, remember that idea? Now this year that happened.
Yeah, it's true, very important, it's true.
Yes, so when I say the youth them out there, from a man have a gun, him and me to go kill somebody.
Yeah, me not go tell you.
Yes.
If me a police and me see a man gun, the first instinct of to drop him. That's the truth. That's reality of life. Because me a fear look to preserve
Yeah,
like,
but one to the man will never have no gun.
Me understand
the only way
that.
you're going to know is that truth. Yeah. The only way you're going to know is the policeman will say, from him see a man have a gun, I'm going to drop him, you know.
And the body cams him.
Is you have the camera now and you see the man in the camera have a gun.
True.
I used to say, as a police, your life in danger. So it's either film life or your life. And you decide, well, I better film life go. So whether I'm put you or not, you're going to shoot him.
Which is crazy if you come to think about it, you know. Which is crazy. I know more as somebody say before I come, because I know you probably going to tell me, say, advertisement or whatever. But, Muta, as it relates to God, I mean, me as a person like me, used to go to church and everything. But as me grow older, I realize the concept of God out there is a flawed conception. I personally think that the concept of God and religion was made for a good purpose and also a bad purpose. The good purpose is to actually keep it in line to look up to this higher being, or look up to self, so to speak, then cool. And the bad purpose is actually to keep in line to them slavery. If you really meds it, or look into it, so to speak. But if you look for the concept of God, well, them have it as good, straight good. But if you look for the concept of God and the devil, I personally feel say you have two conflicting energy in a man, where man himself don't understand, and therefore I get depressed and crazy and some frivolous thinking, so to speak, when it come on to that. You understand? But when a man decides, him go accept him own a evil and him own a good, so to speak, know when to use both and when not to use both, him go always be a balanced man, because if you look for balance, balance can't be only good enough. And balance can't be only bad, because if people look on the characteristic of God in the Old Testament, God kill off the Amalekites and the Jebusites and all the sites and so on.
All the baby them.
Even the baby them and say, take the land there. That's a craziness. But if you look on it, that's a bad side. You know what the married one of my Christian brethren and the dog, I tell me, the youth I tell me, say, sorry the dog. The youth I tell me, say, God can't, but because this and that, I say, no, but call a spade a spade. If you kill something or kill somebody, or we perceive it is bad. Call a spade a spade. God actually did something bad there, so they kill off the amount of people for one specific set of people, which I personally don't believe in. That's a madness. You understand? But if we look back into it and try to understand both energies of the devil and God, and actually accept the fact that, it is a manifestation of man, consciousness, or it's a manifestation of both. Yeah, it's a manifestation of... Repeat?
I can tell you something. All the concepts of God
come
from man. Argument done.
Yeah, because
there's nothing in the Bible that was not written by man through him concept of God. It's simple. So when a man out there say film God or this or God, and him are the God of this and that, that is just what him a say. It have nothing to do with the reality of life. God and the devil is a concept in a man's head. If you know good, no, I don't know why you cut me. Bleed. If you know good and say it's good, it's because you know evil.
Jaja.
Because you can't have good without evil.
That is
because that's the only way you're going to understand what is good and what is evil. If you know
because
evil,
funny enough, couple years about my niece asking a question. So, uncle, why my God not kill the devil? Then I tell him, I laugh off her, I never tell you the truth. Yeah. And I since me turn big man, I start realize that God can't exist without the devil, and vice versa. Because both of them need each other.
Man, alright, sir.
Yeah.
Give thanks, Bridget. Yeah?
Yeah, man, no problem, Captain. Respect it. Bless up yourself.
Yes. Generalship, I take over the place. We take it over already, believe you me. Yes, Mandingo.
Yeah, man, good. Yeah, the demonstration yesterday outside the U.S. Embassy and the French Embassy went well attended. And
you mean in
African
England?
People.
In England?
Yes, in England. Yes. I went to both. First, it started at the U.S. Embassy by Vauxhall, 9M's Lane.
All right, first tell me where them are demonstrating, because I have 2 demonstrations down here. So tell me where them are demonstrating for in England.
Demonstrating to say that the USA and France and other NATO things must leave President Traoré in Burkina Faso alone, because I remember when they do with Kwame Nkrumah, Lumumba, and other African leaders and them thing there, fighting against Pan, and that we are showing solidarity, you know.
Okay, I see in Jamaica.
Yes, and I actually spoke by the U.S. Embassy still, and then afterwards there was a march to the French Embassy. So as I was at both places, and they were well attended, you know.
So what was the outcome of the march? What is the decision that?
The outcome of the march is that it has been demonstrated by the march that there are African people who are aware of what is going on, and we're not going to stand by and make these racist imperialists do as they want to do in trying to murder Traoré in Burkina Faso, like what they did with Thomas Sankara and that type of thing. And for us to communicate, as Marcus Garvey said that we should, that we work across international borders as African people. And I made some good connections with some brothers and sisters from Burkina Faso who were at the march, the demonstration yesterday, you know. So I will keep you posted where that is concerned. And demonstration in support of Traoré and so going on in Jamaica too, I am asking you.
Yeah, man, today.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it'll go on, man. All over the place. Right.
Yes, so all over. So I'm glad where that is concerned. So we as African people have to keep doing that. And as I have said, what Traoré and others are doing is what Marcus Garvey and others set in train, because every generation have to do them work towards realizing things. And Muta, when you preach about the farming thing all the while, of course it's absolutely true. Because if you don't grow your own food and feed yourself, you're at the mercy of food, you depend on the food.
You don't see that true. You don't see that true all the way.
Exactly, Marcus Garvey Jr. always used to say, to eat, we have to grow what we need. You know, there's no other way. Jamaica import too much things that can be produced in Jamaica. And the next thing to Muta is that we need to be making a lot of things like phones and other type of technical things that we importing too much of. Because we people have the brains and the know-all, but the politicians, PMP and GLP, not interested in our people being self-reliant in manufacturing things that we can manufacture in Jamaica for ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yes, well, we have to know which side we want depend, you know. Because we have to African nationalism, and we hear Trump come about American nationalism. Him not wrong. Him not wrong for do him I say, you know, but we must
but you see,
as serious as him take it, we must take it.
Based on wanting to continue to rob I in Mother Africa and the Caribbean with our resources and that type of thing.
No, that's why I say we must not understand what African nationalism means to us.
Yes,
we must know
because that is the most important thing that we see about our own interests. Because no other race of people can say about our interests, just like the virgin who talked to you before and thing. I mean, not before, the one before, you know, where I say we as African people, as I say in Jamaica, have to do things for ourselves. Because there's no other way. Chinese, Indians, whatever, Europeans, Jews and things in Jamaica, well off on them things than the African majority. And it is so sad, and I agree with you about the body camera, because many youths are being murdered. And as we know, some youths are bad, that is true, but many innocent youths are being murdered by the police, you know? And the body camera thing, Muta, where you call for, is a must. It's a must. You know what I mean? Definitely. And by the way, we see in Trinidad, and the next
female.
party is in since Monday. Yes.
A female woman. Yeah, a female.
Yes, Kamla Persad Bizarre, Indian. Yes. She has 73. Yes. So the table turned in Trinidad and Tobago. And by the way, on Monday the 28th too, same day that new party in Trinidad, a massive power blackout in southern Europe.
Yeah, I hear about it. Them say the biggest blackout ever in Europe. Biggest blackout ever.
Yes, and I know them don't know what caused it.
What caused it, yeah.
I know. And you know what happened to? You see the people them who like cost cash, money, was in problem because through them don't have no cash. They couldn't buy nothing or do nothing.
Yeah. ATM machine
and that
gone
is
down.
why, you know, me always say cash is absolutely necessary. Because when them machines they use things, you know, forget when they use them credit thing. When them power thing happen, and them don't have no cash. Who don't have no cash can't buy nothing. Everything crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Serious thing. You know? Cash must always remain. You know? Must always remain. And you know our next thing, Muta? We must recognize officially in Jamaica and elsewhere our African religions, you know. Like of the Akan, the Ewe, Yoruba and thing, you know. You notice? All of the non-African religions them in Jamaica are recognized. But our African religions, some of our spiritualities are still deemed as
devil worship.
As devil worship and that type of thing. Yeah, man. We have to do that. You know what I mean? We have to do that, man. You know?
And we will still fight a good fight, you know, we're not stop.
No, we're not stop. And I'll keep you posted with the support for Traoré and other Pan-Africanists in with movement which is going on, because I see whereby people with the demonstration yesterday, a lot more people have come on board, which is a good thing, you know what I mean? To say that we have to work at this constantly in supporting African people wherever we are in the world. Because touch one, touch all. That is the important message, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we just have to continue Marcus Garvey work. See? And right?
Yeah.
All right. Blessed love Muta. And go and keep up the good work. You and Cabo, another Pan-Africanist.
Yes, yeah.
Muta.
Yeah, blessed.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Wagwa Muta.
Me there, man.
You want Muta? You want to say, Mr. Carr, me don't want no credit. Me want to ask you if you have the phone number for the Windrush brethren out of St. Thomas that we put on the program there.
Yeah, me happy, but me not happy for that, so no. But maybe I FM have it, because they keep a program with him.
So me can call IFM like in a weekdays, yeah?
Yeah, I ask them for it, yeah.
All right, because me want to link him, you know, because him not talk something that when me like when I talk about the Commonwealth or the Uniform Commercial Code. Uniform Commercial Code, we speak about the Commonwealth, you know?
Yeah.
And the way they really rip us out, even Jamaican, where like me, we're born in the
53 there where the birth certificate becomes a government treasury even under the British Commonwealth, you know.
Yeah. So you did St. Thomas when him attack or you spy?
No, me couldn't make it out there. But I listened to him, I talked to you upon the radio.
Oh.
And then me never have no credit for call you before now. To get the phone number, because I really want to link him to get some more information as how I can be a part of his program, because it's very important.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. So you want
You understand?
IRFM and
So
let me call them tomorrow.
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a good. Me love your program, you know.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
And you let me ask, you know, you see the Sweet Honey on the Rock. If it's possible that not now, but later on in the program, our next program, please continue play them music. Many years ago, me was in some of them show, you know, that go to them show up there in America.
Yeah, Washington, yeah, man.
And then when I beg you again, your music, the man, where you say a long time, you sit down on the bank, on the wall, my butter pan. Me love the music there in the brethren.
All right, sir.
Please play that when you have time here, sir.
All right, sir.
And the music, the way say,
a whole heap of music, why?
yeah, especially when you say teach your children this.
Oh, that's at the beginning of the program.
Yeah, man, I love that, man, because it's very educational. I mean, he's a man who write poetry, and he's an unknown poet right now.
All right.
You know what I mean? And short story and them thing there.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much for that program, yeah. You and Sister Kabu, and yes, that's them two programs is very uplifting.
All right, I give thanks, yeah?
Yes, man, just guide and protect.
Yeah.
Less than a minute, I promise you.
Yeah, man, I'm coming to take off the radio off of your phone.
EL motor. Yeah. All right, I'm going to talk faster than 1 minute. See, me just want to say this really quick.
May I time you.
All right, time me right now. Fast, me I done before 1 minute. Start time me right now. All right, Mutabaruka. More you build a poetry named The Truth of Lie, or you put the plural upon it with the S, lies. The truth of lies. All right, that's how. All right, me I tell you something now, Muta. The whole of your call of them a cry out to your brother and people worldwide. Brother, your program is very educational and inspirational. It teach the prime ministers and the president and the high society, brother, the educated and the dunks, them, brother. Listen to me. The people them a cry out to you and Cabo. I said, we have the two best program for IRFM. Now, listen to me now, Muta. I'm going to ask you, please, whether the management of IRFM team have to go and reassign Elise Kelly or take her off a leave. But the people in my cry out here, I'm going to show you why and what is the point of that. You see, any Elise Kelly come back at IRFM and take back her slot, and IRFM needs a reshufflement of cabinet, meaning that Muta has to get more dates, because if Muta play upon the program, the youth them will stop kill and rob, and the whole heap of gun them, they will say it's not necessary to go kill baby and granny upon the breast scene, because Muta program is educated enough for the youth them, but Muta don't have enough time, brother. Seem like Marcus Mosiah Garvey, him don't have enough time to talk. Do we have so much
all
knowledge?
Right, sir, the minute and 2 gone, 2 minutes gone. All right,
Lord of Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Okay, where were they? Where were they? Oh, at this way there. Yeah, why you look all one them who stayed with till them was here, you know. And over there when you listen more from this, from 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. Okay, so here we go. Carla. Yes. Here.
Morning, Motor.
Morning, sir.
What go on, man?
Stepping cutting edge and stepping razor later.
Yeah, man. When me I say, Mr. Chang to Europe and give the police and the body camera. Because them I kill people innocent, you know. And I beat up the youth. Yeah. Innocent. So then if you hurry up and give the police them the body camera. Because most of the time they say police kill people innocent. The body camera will defend them. Whether them talking the truth or them not talk the truth.
That may I say too.
Yeah, man. Then if you hurry up and give them the body camera, man.
All right, sir. Give time.
Yeah, you can't talk it when you come on later.
They were not talking a while ago and talk it last week, man. We were talking tomorrow still, but after last week we are talking.
Yeah, man, if you're up and give them the body camera, man.
All right, sir. Give time.
Yeah, man, because most of the time, you know, they kill people innocent, you know.
You said that a while ago.
Yeah, man. So if you're up and give them the body camera, man.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. So big up here.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
All right.
The Senate has approved the Jamaica Teaching Council Bill 2025, which is aimed at regulating the teaching profession. Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, who piloted the bill, said teachers will be required to be registered. She said teachers who are not registered will have 2 years to do so when the bill is passed.
These individuals must then, though, apply to the JTC for a license or authorization to teach within 24 months. So they have 2 years after the act comes into place to regularize themselves. So we're not saying the day this comes into place you have to be registered. No, we have given a 2-year period.
She said the legislation also has guidelines for parents who homeschool their children.
I will note also another question that came from Senator Bunting, and he had asked if the exceptions that were granted for someone who is homeschooling their own child, if that's not a loophole in what we are doing. And I would note that a lot of people don't understand the homeschooling environment and actually the regulations around it. It's not just someone doing a thing. It's actually quite formalized. So a formal approval is set up for homeschools. So you actually have to apply for it. It's regulated under the Independent Schools Regulations and monitored by the Independent Schools Unit under the Division of School Services. So the approved curriculums or curriculum is to be delivered, and the students' records are kept and they're inspected by the Ministry of Education. And it also looks at the nutrition that's in place for the child in the homeschool, what level of play and psychosocial support is offered, and all of that is monitored, and then they're also assessed.
Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon. The Senate passed the bill with some amendments, so it will return to the lower house for further approval prior to being sent to the Governor General. Significant progress has been made in the education sector over the first quarter of this year to implement more of the measures recommended by the Partisan Committee. This includes re-establishing the Early Childhood Cross-Section Oversight Body. The update was given today by Chairman of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee, ETOC, Dr. Adrian Stokes. ETOC has been charged with monitoring the implementation of 365 recommendations contained in the report of the Jamaica Education Transformation Commission, which was chaired by Professor Orlando Patterson. Speaking at ETOC's quarterly press conference at the University of the West Indies regional headquarters in St. Andrew, Dr. Stokes noted that for the fourth quarter of 2024, there was a 22% progress rate for initiatives implemented. For the January to March 2025 quarter, that progress has moved to 23%. Dr. Stokes pointed out that all initiatives have started.
For this quarter, we are reporting an overall progress rate of 23%. This is an improvement on last period's progress update of 22%. So there has been a 100 basis points improvement in the overall project, period over period. Importantly, work has begun on all pillars to date, with all initiatives started progressing as planned. Now, if you recall, last quarter, we reported that one initiative was lagging, the JTC bill. Now, we're happy to report that that initiative is now on track and progressing. 7 initiatives were finalized for the reporting period. This brings to 15 the total number of initiatives finalized since the project started.
Among the initiatives that have been completed in the first quarter is the standards and guidelines for micro-credentials.
Just want to give you a sense of the initiatives that were completed this quarter. Importantly, we are happy that the standards and guidelines for micro-credentials have been developed and operationalized. These will be used to assess and place these qualifications on the National Qualifications Framework of Jamaica and to allow JTech to archive them in the Qualifications Registry of Jamaica. So that's an important milestone for the ministry. Of note, the provision to assess services to children with disabilities and behavior disorders is now included in the data sets of schools and the NEI reports. Importantly, the Early Childhood Development Cross-Sectional Oversight Body has been re-established with 13 members, including the Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Education, who is the chair. That's now active. The first meeting was held on February 27 of this year.
Dr. Stokes noted that work to modernize the education ministry continues.
In terms of some key highlights for the period, I am happy to report that work continues on a plan to modernize the Ministry of Education. As you know, that's a very key recommendation in the partisan report. The goal is to make the Ministry of Education fit for purpose, fit to lead a world-class education sector. This work, as you know, is contracted to the Mona School of Business, and they continue to make good progress on this important initiative. Of note, ETOC and the ministry have prioritized the recommendation dealing with the transformation of government-run school boards to make them more effective. The big goal here is to improve accountability and performance. Last quarter, I spoke about a big push that's currently underway to improve CSEC results, particularly for math and English at the next sitting. And very happy that that work is progressing well, progress is being made, and hopefully we will see an improvement in the pass rates for these two critical subject areas.
Chairman of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee, Dr. Adrian Stokes. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says it has never been his intention to trick Jamaicans. He made this statement at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Brookside Estate housing development in Spot Valley, St. James this afternoon. Noting that Jamaica is in the promising season, Dr. Holness said there are some politicians who make commitments that cannot be fulfilled.
There are some politicians who are going to come to you knowing your frustration, knowing your disgruntlement, knowing your anger, and try to feed upon that frustration, feed upon that anger, and make promises that may sound good to you now, but cannot be fulfilled. They're going to make promises to you that may address your concern now, and you may even vote or change your vote as a result of it. But when it comes time to fulfill it, it can't be fulfilled. And then you become part of the disbelieving, frustrated voter who believes that politics can't change anything. In other words, this cycle of political apathy, this is what created it.
Dr. Holness said he has always tried to avoid making promises that he cannot keep. He said it is his style to tell the unvarnished truth.
In my lifetime, as a political representative, I have tried my best, and I think I've done very well, to avoid making promises that cannot be kept. And if these promises, if I've made and I can't keep them, rest assured that I have come to you and said, well, this can't be done again. Because there are things you come with ambition and aspirations, and it may not work. But I've never come to the people with an intention to trick them. In fact, what I have been accused of is that I've been too frank, that I've told the people what the unvarnished truth was, and some persons didn't like it. And that has always been my style, to tell you what the unvarnished situation is.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding, has again promised that if the PNP forms the next government, effort will be made to turn things around and put the country on the right path. This against the notion that the current Jamaica Labour Party administration is not doing a good job with running the country's affairs. Speaking in Southeast St. Anne at Dr. Kenneth Russell's campaign launch, Golding pointed out that among the initiatives to be implemented by the next PNP administration is a feeding program for school children.
And when we form government, because comrades, PNP time come, all over Jamaica, when we go on the road, the reception is great. The people want to see us and then say, make sure you win, make sure you win. And when we form government, we have to do a number of things to turn the country around and put it in the right direction. On the educational system, we want to provide a meal every day to primary and secondary school students who need it so that they can at least not be hungry at school. We want to provide a transportation subsidy directed at rural families to take some of the burden of the cost of taking their children to school and coming home off of the families, which is a serious burden right now. We have the first in family scholarship that any child, any youth who qualifies and is eligible to get into a college or university, and if that child is the first child from that family to be going to university, we will give them a full scholarship because we know that education is the antidote to poverty from generation to generation.
PNP President Mark Golding. Chairman of Region 1 of the People's National Party, Dr. Wickham McNeil, says there must be a resolution to the issue of defacing and removing political campaign paraphernalia. In recent weeks, some PNP candidates reported that posters erected in their respective constituencies have been defaced, removed or destroyed. Dr. McNeil expressed concern about what he deems a troubling practice. According to him, the state is being used to control the PNP.
They have started to deface posters in some of the constituencies. They're defacing posters in Danishka's constituency. They're doing it with Paul Patmore. The other day, the mayor of Montego Bay said he was going to be taking down the posters of the PNP candidates in Montego Bay. That is wrong, comrades. We're in an election period now, and they seem to be using the state to try and control us. I want to tell you, as far as I see, that is a type of gully politics. It's a type of politics that come because of desperation. They're afraid of PNP, so now they may resort to other things.
The Region 1 chairman notes the lack of a mechanism to resolve the issues since the office of the political ombudsman was subsumed into the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
They moved the office of the political ombudsman. So we don't even really have the mechanism with which that we need to resolve these matters. But them have to resolve because those who were around in the 70s and early 80s know what will happen if you don't know your past. You will make the same mistakes in your future. They know why they're doing it. Because the candidates that we are offering, they're all decent, good people who want to serve them country. Them bring a different energy and excitement that the Labour Party can't match. So the only thing that happen now is them start to use things like defacing and taking down posters. But no matter what they do, they will not stop the People's National Party.
PNP Region 1 Chairman Dr. Wickham McNeil. He was speaking in Southeast St. Anne at Dr. Kenneth Russell's campaign launch. The Ministry of Labour says it will ensure that appropriate corrective measures are taken and sanctions applied where necessary based on the results of investigations into the Chinese-operated Wholehearted Company Services Limited. The recently opened car service company in Ferry, St. Andrew, has been closed amid concern over the employment status of workers engaged at the facility. It has been alleged that the Chinese workers are operating without valid work permits. Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. said while the investigation is ongoing, any irregularities or breaches identified will be thoroughly assessed. However, he said once everything has been found to be in compliance with the law, steps will be taken to facilitate the resumption of operations under the proper conditions in the shortest possible time.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is actively investigating the matter involving Wholehearted Company Services Limited. While the investigation is ongoing, any irregularities or breaches identified will be thoroughly assessed. The Ministry will ensure that appropriate corrective measures are taken and sanctions applied where necessary. Additionally, once everything has been found to be in compliance with the law, steps will be taken to facilitate the resumption of operations under the proper conditions in the shortest possible time. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is dedicated to finding a fair and reasonable solution to this matter, and we stand resolute in upholding the laws of Jamaica. We will continue to provide updates as the investigation progresses.
Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. An investigation has been launched following the discovery of 10 dead adult crocodiles at the Greater Portmore Switch Ponds in St. Catherine. In a statement today, Environment Minister Matthew Samuda described the situation as heartbreaking and emphasized the government's commitment to uncovering the cause and implementing immediate corrective measures. He said he has commissioned an urgent multi-agency investigative tour of the facility within the next 36 hours.
That investigation will be conducted and all results will be made public for same. It is very upsetting to see. I am very angry about it, but I do intend to tour the area to see what infrastructure is required to either keep wildlife out of the ponds or to ensure that they're able, if they do get caught in there, to escape. So I intend to carry the relevant experts from NEPA and other animal experts with me over the next 36 hours to look at what needs to be done in that regard. And whatever infrastructure is required to either protect wildlife in that space or to ensure that they're able to exit if necessary will be procured on an emergency basis to prevent recurrence.
Environment Minister Matthew Samuda. The number of people fatally shot by members of the security forces since the start of the year has surpassed 100. According to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, 105 people have been fatally shot as at today. The two latest incidents occurred in Newarton, St. Catherine, and along 100 Lane, Red Hills Road, St. Andrew. A man alleged to be the Don of 100 Lane was fatally shot in the St. Andrew incident. He has been identified as Shaquille Dawkins. Reports said at about 8 a.m., police were conducting an operation in 100 Lane when Dawkins confronted them. He was shot. Dawkins was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. A gun was reportedly seized during the incident. And 48-year-old laborer Warren Hansen, otherwise called 12, of Nugent Road in Newarton, was fatally shot in the other incident. Reported at about 4:30 a.m., Hansen engaged lawmen in a confrontation. He was shot and taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say an imitation gun and a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds of ammunition were found during the incident and seized. INDECOM is probing both incidents. A third person has died following the February 23 shooting incident at a candlelight vigil in Mandeville, Manchester. 53-year-old Melody Baker of Mayday, Manchester, died in hospital shortly after 10 p.m. on Wednesday. She had been hospitalized for 2 months following the incident. Baker was among several people shot during the vigil. 42-year-old Stacey Ann Mulgrave of Barnstable District and 46-year-old Anne-Marie Hansen of Caledonia Road were pronounced dead on the night of the incident. Licensed firearm holder Patrick Thompson, also known as Big T or Tomo, an engineer from Caledonia District, has been charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and multiple other firearm-related offenses. Reports said that he allegedly opened fire on a crowd following an argument over a motor vehicle accident. Thompson, who was represented by King's Counsel Peter Champagny and attorney Samuel Campbell, was remanded again on April 14 during his 4th appearance in the Manchester Parish Court. The bail application Mr. Champagny made for his client on April 2 was denied by Judge Monique Hanson, who cited the seriousness of the charges and the reported prevalence of gun violence in Manchester. The court also heard that a key video clip of the incident was unplayable. Mr. Champagny said he intends to appeal the decision in the Supreme Court and repeated his call for access to all available footage. Thompson is to return to court on July 2. Minister of Telecommunications Darrell Vaz is urging citizens to use public Wi-Fi lawfully and responsibly. He made the appeal at the launch of the Universal Service Fund's USF public Wi-Fi hotspot at the Halfway Tree Transport Center in St. Andrew today.
The commuters and the persons who do business in this area is a huge addition to convenience, efficiency, safety, security, and everything else. Therefore, I ask you to make sure that you use it effectively, use it safely, and use it for the right reasons. To be productive, not non-productive. Not to use it for anything that is not legal and above the law. We want to make sure that it is used for the right purposes, especially the hundreds of school children that pass through this area every day.
Telecommunications Minister Darrell Vaz, he also commended the USF on the initiative. Tisha Clark-Griffiths will serve another term as president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. She became the 17th president of the association on May 26, 2023, and the first female to hold this position in 104 years. In a statement today, JCSA said Ms. Clark-Griffiths was unopposed on nomination day, Wednesday, April 16. Speaking with RFM News this morning, Ms. Clark-Griffiths said she's pleased with the members' decision to re-elect her as president, as she aims to complete outstanding matters, including negotiations.
Well, we still have some outstanding matters under the compensation restructuring that we still haven't settled on. But so we continue discussion on those items, and of course, those are relation to persons who are supervisors, and they're getting less than persons who they supervise, and matters of that nature. Also, there are some issues in relation to mergers and how those mergers were treated. And of course, you know that we are currently in negotiations. So I think the membership of the JCSA was wise enough for the continuation so that we can go into our negotiations pretty much at a place where we can have continuity.
JCSA President Tisha Clark-Griffiths.